Hi, okay. This is, for those of you that suffer with tinnitus, how to stop tinnitus fast with this. Yes, using this method. It's very different to probably a lot of the things that you've heard out there, but it's something that I've found does work. My background is I'm natural therapist. I carry out lots of hypnotherapy with clients, have done over the last 20 years, and treated things from, stopping smoking, curbing eating habits, fear of flying. One thing I haven't had too much success with, admittedly, is tinnitus. But recently I've brought about some changes in which I believe is such a different way to look at tinnitus, and I know this will work for many of you if you actually try it. So here we go. I'm going to go through it all and hopefully you'll get something for this. Try it out and see if it works for you. And there's no sort of cost of anything at all. You don't need to buy anything else or go for any consultations. Just try this in your own home and practice it. Okay, so you see, by using a mental process called habituation, you see, our brains are fully capable of removing repetitive stimuli from our conscious awareness, such as sound. It explains why we don't constantly feel our clothing against our skin and how we can concentrate in noisy environments. Tinnitus also has a solution to this. However, a sound that our brains interpret as threatening or dangerous cannot simply be ignored. So we are hardwired to respond to sounds that suggest threats because of our evolutionary past, and we would never want to miss the sound of something truly dangerous. So you see, our emotional response is the same because our brains are able to distinguish between an imagined threat, like tinnitus, and a genuine danger. We experience a constant state of stress as a result of our tinnitus, which keeps us trapped in a cycle of annoyance and emotional suffering. But by altering how we respond to the sound, we can diffuse the entire situation. Now, as a result, it stops being as annoying and we can begin to tune it out on our own. We frequently engage in this behaviour with other sounds, such as air conditioners and even traffic, or if you live by a railway line, after a while we don't hear it. We've conditioned our brain without realising it. So, how do we do this? Well, I call this reverse meditation, if you like, because you see, when you meditate, the idea behind meditation is to clear the mind. We live such busy lives now, and we've got so much going on in our minds. When you meditate, the idea is to concentrate on your breathing, to eliminate all your stress as you're lying there meditating, blocking everything else out from our minds. Now, this does take practice anyway, but over time, anybody can do meditation. But because I realised that, wait a minute, I was teaching this to lots of clients and it really wasn't working with the tinnitus. So, you see, I decided to look at it from a different angle. You see, instead of concentrating on the breathing, I decided that we'll try another approach. So I changed this approach, and this is what happened. I taught my clients with tinnitus to stop concentrating on the breathing and really focus intently on their tinnitus. So when you're going into meditation, as you're breathing, instead you actually concentrate and try to listen for your tinnitus, whatever sound that may be. Now, this again takes some practice. It's amazing. When you have to listen to something, you don't always hear it. But if you listen, you will get your tinnitus there as it's quiet. You're in a quiet environment. And then keep concentrating just on that, nothing else. You need to be able to block out all the other thoughts, all the other things that are going on in your life. Just concentrate on your tinnitus. And you need to do this daily, 10 minutes maximum to start with, because it's to get the concentration levels does take practice. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Keep concentrating on your tinnitus as you're meditating. Now, my clients that tried this, the response was immediate. As soon as I did this under hypnotherapy as well. But you see, when they'd finished, they didn't say that they couldn't hear the tinnitus. It was still there, but it wasn't as big a problem. It wasn't a real issue. It's like, you know, the sound from the traffic from the road, or the sound of the train passing. Of course, the noise is still there, but it doesn't bother you. And with practice and over time, I've clients now that are saying that it is still there, but I say it's not as big a problem as it was. It hasn't completely gone. It's still, as I said, there. So I would say urge anybody with tinnitus to try this. Actually really focus on the sound of your tinnitus. Of course, there's other things with tinnitus that you do need to check, such as your hearing, because a big part of tinnitus can be hearing loss. We all lose some hearing ability as we get older. And it's a big part of tinnitus, so have your hearing checked. There's many other things as well, but I think this is a really good way to actually experiment, if you like. It's not going to cost you anything. You just try really focusing, you know, set the scene, get yourself prepared to meditate in a room, quiet, and I often find it helps if it's darkened, and just meditate, but just concentrating on the sound as you're breathing, on your tinnitus sounds that are coming through. They will come through loud. Really focus on them. And then when the time has come and you go back to normal living, if you like, after your meditation, your tinnitus will still be there, but it won't be that annoying thing that you had before. And I say, the more you do it, the better it will get. I hope this does help somebody. Just give it a try, and hopefully I'll see you in another video. I'll come up with something else for tinnitus. In the meantime, I would like to wish you all good health. Take care, and see you in the next video. Bye bye now.